a song, a snippet of a song that I recorded here at Central City Studios. It's called Overrated. The song was produced by Selah. I know that I am not everything that you desire, but I sure as hell try. And as I fall short, my heart constantly wants to cry out. See, all I have is love to give, and I know that ain't enough for many men. But with you I'm being optimistic, so baby listen to exactly what I feel like. Yeah. And some say that love is overrated, but baby I feel different. 'Cause I say that love is what you make it. Ain't no room to fake it, fake it. Some say that love is overrated, but maybe they're not patient. But I say that love is what you make it. Ain't no room to fake it. Oh.
So we're here at Central City Recording. My name's Andy Dodson. I'm one of the owners up here, and I'm sitting here with Kimberly Joyce. We've been working on her new record.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you some questions about it.
Okay, go ahead.
So most people are probably most familiar with you from your demo that you self-released.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that project and how it got you to what we're doing now?
One, I did everything myself on the last demo. So I wrote, I arranged, I produced everything on the demo. Went about trying to get it printed up. And I think that difference between this one and the last one is I'm working with a lot more experienced people. You know, I'm bringing creative people into the project, in which I think that I can learn from. You know, I'm working with 5 producers instead of, like I said, just myself. I'm working with vocal producers. You know, I'm doing things differently on this project that I never even thought I could do on the other project, and I'm touching different genres. So I think that it's a lot of growth going into this album.
So do you want to tell us about some of the help you've had, some of the producers that you're working with?
They've been helping me to figure out different ways, I think, to arrange songs with harmonies. I think that even with the last demo, I was so in my comfort zone with kind of the limited range that I thought that I had. Now they're having me sing a lot higher and just do a lot of different runs that I never thought about. So, I think it's a great thing to have other creative people come into the studio, because it just makes you think a different way. Not saying any better or any worse, but it just makes you think a different way about the project.
Right on. How about some of the beat producers? Who all's got beats on this record?
The producers I have working on this album, I have 5 producers. I have 3 of them from the Columbus area. B Banger, who he was the Artist of the Month, HipHopColumbus Artist of the Month in March. AU, he's a great producer as well. And Selah, who is actually a great keyboard player, but he doesn't just specialize in keyboards. So I have 3 great producers from here. I also have 2 more, one from Wichita, Kansas, is out of the area, and also Eddie B from Atlanta, Georgia. So working with, you know, a vast number of producers from different areas, just trying to help me get, you know, the best sound that I can get.
Right. So having a bunch of different producers has led to a variety on the album.
Mm-hmm.
How would you kind of describe the sound of the new album?
Wow. I think that the album, it touches so many different genres. I think that they've helped me to, like I said, I've never done a pop track, but you know, I love listening to them. A lot of my influence, they come from the pop genre. So I think they've helped me establish myself in different music, you know, specialties, as far as pop, like I said, alternative, the classic neo soul, the regular R&B ballad. So I think they're helping me to kind of touch in every little category. Like I said, you have your slow, actual R&B traditionals, you know, which I think I specialized in beforehand. But now I think that, like, I'm trying to get more hip hop songs. I'm just trying to show people that I'm an artist, that I can do anything that you put in front of me.
So with the variety on the album, do you want to talk about maybe some of your influences as a writer and as a vocalist?
I have so many influences from so many different genres. I have my favorite artist in the world is Nia Simone. I fell in love with her voice, I would say, 2 years ago. I just haven't stopped. I read her book, I listen to her music, I try and get kind of like runs ideas, just even lyrical ideas just from her music. But I also have a lot of influence in all the other different genres, like as far as even alternative, you know, hard rock, you know, Green Day, Coldplay. I love hip hoppers. I love Nas, Common. I love Eminem. I love India, Ari, Lauryn Hill, Bilal, D'Angelo, Jill Scott. I mean, there's so many people that I am influenced by. You know, I think I just try and take something from each genre, which, I mean, it helps me write my album. You know, I don't have the capabilities of having like the best vocal arrangers or the you know, most established people helping out in the project. So therefore, I have to just listen to the albums, you know, the songs on the radio from the best, and get the ideas. And like I said, and if you correlate that with the people I have working on the album with me now, I mean, you're coming out with a really good project.
I think so too. So it's clear that you listen to a lot of different kinds of music. Have you always been a fan of music as a child? Like, how did you get into singing? Like, what's your background a little bit?
I've always been around singing. I grew up in the church. My mother, she played the piano. My father was the preacher. And we had a small church, so basically me and my sister, we just about were the choir. So, I mean, I've always been around music. I really never took it as seriously. Matter of fact, I think I was just oblivious to the whole idea of me being even a good singer. I thought everybody could sing just as good as I could. But like I said, I really never took it seriously. I was always more so focused on athletics because, you know, I did play basketball. I went through high school playing basketball. I went through college playing basketball. But it was just about the time that I got in college where I really started saying, hey, this is something that I want to pursue. And I mean, I came up with the decision my senior year in college saying, okay, do I want to try and continue to pursue basketball, or do I want to, you know, kind of explore this other blessing that I was blessed with? And, you know, that's why I took the route to try and maximize this blessing that I haven't ever really tried to touch. And, you know, like I said, I think that the sky's the limit. So, you know, I'm kind of curious to see where I'll end up going.
So let's talk a little bit more about the album. Do you wanna maybe share with people your process as far as how you go about writing songs or picking beats and lyrically what you do? Just a little bit about your process.
Well, as far as picking the track, it's just whatever moves me. You know, whatever I can probably just start writing to immediately. You know, it could be a commercial on the TV. You know, if I like it, I'll just immediately start writing to it. So it's the same thing as far as picking the track for the album. Whatever kind of moves me or grabs my attention. As far as lyrics, I mean, usually what I do is I'll listen to the track and it's whatever comes out. You know, I usually start with the chorus. And I got great advice when I first started out from a guy named Steve in Detroit. He told me to make sure when you're writing a song, make sure that even a kindergarten can understand it. So it's kind of something that I stayed by all my life. I have to make sure that it's just like a movie, that you have to see it step by step. And I'll go through a song until I actually feel like this is exactly what would happen if this was happening right now. So, I mean, it takes, a lot of work. It's a long process. Sometimes, I can come up with it just like that. But other times, like I said, I'm just going to make sure that, like I said, everything falls in place. So I really try and make sure the lyrics hit home so that even you know, or, you know, my mom can really, like I said, try to relate to it. Every time that you touch me,